fifth commandment, it comes to the fourth commandment of remembering Shabbos. That's the way it's described in Parshas Yisro. In this week's Parsha, it's described as not remember Shabbos, but you should observe the Shabbos. Another difference is that the Torah gives us another reason for Shabbos. If you look in Parshas Yisro, the Torah tells us we should keep Shabbos because Hashem created the world in 6 days and the seventh day He rested. If you look at today's Torah portion, Parshas V'aschanu, when Moshe Rabbeinu reviews the Ten Commandments, he says, "V'zocharti, you should remember that you were a slave in Egypt, and Hashem took you out of Egypt with an outstretched arm, and therefore Hashem is telling you to observe Shabbos. That Shabbos is connected to the Exodus of Egypt." What is the connection between Shabbos and the Exodus of Egypt? Theoretically, Shabbos was already established from the beginning of creation, that Hashem created the world in 6 days, and He rested on the seventh. We see this same dichotomy in Kiddush. We say in Kiddush that this Kiddush is Zeichel L'Maaseh Bereishis, that Shabbos reminds us of creation, and then we say it's a Zeichel Yetzias Mitzrayim, it's a remembrance of the Exodus of Egypt. What's the connection between Shabbos and the Exodus of Egypt? The Sefer HaChinuch says that the Exodus of Egypt reminds us that Hashem didn't only create the world in the past, but Hashem is constantly creating the world. The fact that Hashem took the Yidden out of Egypt with great miracles, that shows that Hashem interacts with the world constantly. He just doesn't create the world and the world runs by itself. Hashem is constantly recreating the world, and when there's a need for a miracle, He does a miracle. So therefore, the remembrance of Egypt is that creation is happening constantly, that Hashem is constantly connected to the world. In Hasidic discourses, there is another, or maybe you might say a deeper interpretation is, and that is the concept that we always speak about, and that is that the Exodus of Egypt is not just the exodus of a specific geographical place on planet Earth. It's going out of the Egypt that's inside of us. There's Mitzarim B'Gvolim. The word Egypt in Hebrew means limitations. And we are constantly obligated, as the Gemara says, in every generation, every day, a person should feel like he went out of Egypt. Every time we leave the restrictions of the environment around us, we leave the restrictions of our own taivas, of our own passions, or our own instincts, and we're able to grow beyond our passions and instincts, that's called going out of Egypt. And that's what Shabbos is about. 6 days a week, we work in nature. When it comes Shabbos, we break out of nature, we go beyond nature. That is the Exodus of Egypt. And this is what it means when it says in this week's portion, Hashem took you out of Egypt. He took you out of a place of restriction, and that's why He's telling you to keep Shabbos, because every Shabbos you go out and go beyond nature, go beyond your restrictions. Have a good day.